cutoff, correct me if I'm wrong, is, the waste drop-off at the Walcove site is June the 1st, which is this coming Saturday. Would that be correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
First, I thought it was the
Yeah, I
Sixth.
think it actually goes into the first week,
I thought it
doesn't
was
it?
the
I
6th.
thought it was
June the
5th.
6th.
Next Saturday, June 6th.
Oh, yeah, no, it's, yeah, sorry, it is June. It's the
June.
first
June the
week of
6th,
June
okay,
as
not
well.
June
the
June
1st.
6th, sorry,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a
So
little extra,
everyone's got over a week.
that's right,
Yes.
get a little
Yep.
extra
Over a
time.
week, June the 6th.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else there?
Aaron must have been busy tonight.
Okay, we had a couple proclamations and events. We declared May MS Awareness Month. Multiple sclerosis is a chronic, often disabling neurological disease affecting an estimated 1 in 400 Canadians. And of course, there was an MS walk here on Sunday, and I know that a couple of our counselors and myself were there to help join them and to get some awareness. So that was a great event. In June, we did this morning a little declaration for Recreation Month. And it's very fitting that we're going to, we're full tilt now up at the Marina Redmond Center. And of course, all our recreation offerings are just coming in. Our summer recreation offerings are just coming together with the fields opening up and getting cleaned up, and soccer and baseball and all those things getting started. And we'll get some more about that in our rec report as well. Deputy Mayor, we have a public works summary.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A little bit different the way I'm going to present this evening, but I must say I'm really pleased with the way that it was written up for, I guess, presentation to the public. It's going to be a lot easier to follow. Kudos to whoever was behind that. So the current work that's being done, the downtown wash, it started May the 5th, halfway finished, and it's going to hopefully be finished on June the 6th. The spring bulk collection, May the 5th, and it's going to finish on June the 6th. The sinkhole repair Elizabeth Street and Rivervale Road, 95% finished, and it's supposed to be finished on June the 6th. The green space cleanup is 40% finished, and it's supposed to be finished the 30th of May, which is coming up really fast. The pothole repairs, they started on April 7, which was very early, but they are as required. The street and sidewalk sweeping started 28th of April and 45% finished, and it's supposed to finish the 13th of June. Service requests. There was 143 calls received. The top 3 categories of requests were lawn repairs, potholes and road repairs, and curb repairs. With the top being lawn repairs, potholes had 50 and curb had 10. So upcoming work, the project says asphalt patching. Its start date was May the 27th, or will be May the 27th, and is planned to finish the 30th of June. Line painting, 20th of May it started to the 30th of June. Lawn repairs is going to start on the 1st of June, and it should be finished the 27th of June. Green space summer maintenance is supposed to start 1st of June and hopefully be finished September 2025. And curb and sidewalk repairs starting the 9th of June, finishing the September 2025. Current work, Deep Gulch, support water distribution bypass line connections. They say it's 100% finished, and planned finish is the 25th of April. Splash pad installation features pump and motor service installation started on the 12th of May. That's done and it's finished. Service installation Doves Road is 100% finished. It's finished on May 16th. And hydrant maintenance, the 12th and servicing the 12th of May. It's only 5% finished, and it will be finished by September. Service calls, 40 calls received. The top 3 categories were requests for water off and on, shut off off and on, curb stop repair, and sewer backup. Recoverable works, we had 7 requests, and it amounted to the amount of $1,307.67. The upcoming work, water main flushing, June the 2nd through August. Water supply intake cleaning and inspection the 16th of June to July. Sanitary sewer flushing, June 2025 to July. Splash pad operational will be the 1st of July, but that's also weather dependent. I guess if we get snow, we won't be opening the splash pad.
We'll close it early.
We'll have to collar the blouse. Water treatment plant summary, average city water consumption was 20.75 million liters per day during the month of April. This is down from the overall 2024 average of 22.2 million liters per day, which is good. It's good to see that. But it's amazing that we do 20.75 million liters of water per day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions on any of these items? Okay.
I was going to ask one on
Yes.
Deep Gulch. They said it was finished, so part of it's finished, is it?
This was just, I think, the work that's water and sewer. So there was
Okay.
two, so the second half of the report, I think there was a heading missing there, it was water and
It was
sewer.
water and sewer.
And the first part was public works.
Okay,
So
thank you.
they've had a lot of work to do, I guess, to turn water on and off as work continues over there. I would say they'll continue to have to do some more work. Right,
Yeah,
Mr.
it'll
Burden?
be better part of the summer before that work's complete, the whole project.
Okay. Okay, we have a report from Protective Services for April. Councilor Granger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. To inform the residents of Corner Brook of the work that Protective Services Department does, just a brief report. Under municipal enforcement, there were 96 calls for municipal enforcement officers, 37 related to bylaw enforcement around the city, 48 requests for service under the taxi regulations, 11 calls for animal control, 78 parking-related violations. And I just want to inform folks, the city has been dealing with a rash of parking meter break-ins in the downtown core over the last little while. All meters have since been removed, given that 90% of them were destroyed over the last number of months with broken and stolen items on those meters. The Protective Service Department is assessing the replacement strategy and hopes to bring a recommendation back to council in the coming months. Under the Corner Brook Fire Department, there were 40 calls, Mr. Mayor, and there were 7,650 calls to the public safety answering point, which is located, as I say, every month in this building. Mr. Mayor, one other item that I need to bring forward. I'm glad to bring this one forward, Mr. Mayor, as a lot of residents, I'm sure, have been speaking to council over the last number of months regarding the speed of some people that drive around our city streets. So this item deals with the use of traffic cameras in and around the city of Corner Brook. And the issue is the province is expanding its traffic camera program and will be considering the placement of speed detecting enforcement cameras in the city of Corner Brook. The background, the city has been receiving complaints about vehicle speeding in various areas of the city. The director has been meeting with the province to determine a means to address this safety issue. The city will be partnering with the province and exploring the use of traffic cameras on some streets in our city. In the coming days, provincial staff will be in the city and will be assessing locations to place traffic cameras. There are many factors that determine this placement, including geography, traffic volumes, etc. We hope to have input on placements based on traffic behaviors and reports from our residents of speeding vehicles. And our legal department here at the city will review when applicable. And the governance implications, Mr. Mayor, the project, as many would have heard in the media last number of months, is being managed and operated solely by the province of Newfoundland and Labrador and guided by provincial legislation. And the project is funded by the provincial government, Mr. Mayor. And I'm glad that we could bring this forward because, as I said, we've all had incidents and we see people speeding along city streets and it's dangerous. And if I could just add to this, after listening to some of the media and the spring of the year with motorcycles now being back on our city streets and highways, to be very cognizant as you're driving to look out for those that are operating our motorcycles, and to our motorcycle drivers, that you also need to look out for traffic and be safe as you're driving your own vehicles as well.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions on that? Yes.
Under parking enforcement, what's
Yep.
void? 6 void.
It's void.
Mr. Mayor, voided traffic tickets occur when it's a justified parking or the ticket's issued in error, basically. So
Oh, okay.
if they had a permit or whatever,
Thank you.
or a broken one. not a broken meter, because they're all broken right now. But
Just to confirm too, we're not currently doing regular enforcement, right, of
No.
parking meters?
No.
But we are asking people not to abuse the parking downtown, respect the businesses and that are down there, so that their customers can get to them in a timely manner without having to walk halfway across the downtown. So we'll be adjusting that, as it said, shortly, once we figure out a new solution.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes?
Just a comment. I think that if we're going to start enforcing speeds and that around the city, which we're doing that now anyway, I think we need to make sure that there are signs posted so that people would know. You know, like, I mean, if you're breaking the speed limit, you know, the sign should be posted so that you are aware of it. Because I know even for myself, there's times when you're driving and you know, like you look down and oh my gosh, right?
Yeah, you do.
You know, so I think the more the signs are, you know, if we're going to enforce it, then the streets need to have the signs, the speed limit posted. And I think this is, when it comes to education, this is not about giving tickets. This is about getting people to slow down. We're not in this to sell, you know, to give someone a ticket. It's just to make it safe for anybody. It's the same thing, but it's different.
Yeah, and I guess the question with that, Mr. Flynn, obviously this is just the first steps. The province has rolled this out in a test phase out east, I know.
Right.
So things like signage to make people aware of its use and that kind of thing. I'm assuming that when the province prepares to roll this out, there'll be a lot more information on how it works, what, I guess, rights people have to know they're being surveilled or what. Is that how it works?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, that's correct. Every placement of camera will be surrounded with signage, and people will be well aware that a camera is in that area while they travel that route, whatever.
We're definitely entering a new age, eh?
Absolutely.
Of surveillance and enforcement. Oof. Okay, any other questions there? Okay, thank you very much. Councillor Griffin, you have a report for us on capital projects and engineering.
So, yes, I do. And I think, okay, never mind. Yes, please.
You're the computer box.
I had 8 instead of 7. I thought it was on top of everything. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Current projects: the Deep Gulch Brook culvert replacement. Construction is ongoing. Temporary waterline bypass installed. Testing in progress. Excavation for the culverts commencing the week of June the 26th in the trail area. The Petrie's Bridge street replacement. The final review of tender documents in progress. Transit accessibility study and implementation plan. Final report received. Council presentation to occur in June of 2025. The Elizabeth Street O'Connell Drive intersection improvements. Its anticipated start in July of 2025. District water meters. Meters are installed. District water meters are funded by multi-year capital and are being completed by city forces. It supports the water audit project being completed by CBCL. The water audit loss analysis project underway. The consultant is collecting and reviewing data. Traffic detection upgrade to improve intersection efficiency work has started. No traffic impact anticipated. Main Street, Riverside Drive, Mill Road, Main Street, Mount Bernard Avenue, Main Street, Harold Avenue, it's what's involved here. Street resurfacing tender is issued, closes June the 3rd. The Star Trail Design and Construction Services, awaiting funding application decision from ACOA and IET. The City Hall atrium lights received, installation pending in May of 2025. Community market feasibility, what we heard report expected in early June of 2025. Bartlett's Point Park Bandstand, the initial concept was received, awaiting feedback from the traffic engineers. Confederation Drive intersection design issued for approval, drawings received and under review. The Broadway storm sewer work started April 15, anticipated to be completed in May of 2025. The CHIF funding application funding has been applied for to complete the following projects. Wastewater treatment facility, $140 million. West Side Water Reservoir, estimated at $13.3 million. Active Transportation Fund, Country Road Sidewalks, estimated $2 million. Active Transportation Fund, Confederation Drive Multi-Use Trail, estimated $3.7 million. The Rural Transit Funding application funding approved received. Legacy funding is being applied for through the Canadian Heritage Program to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Corner Brook Pulp and Paper. If successful, this funding will go towards upgrades in Margaret Bowater Park. Funding application submitted March 14, 2025. The Riverside Drive Risk Assessment Study is underway. Provincial Transit Agreement, partnership with the province of Newfoundland and Labrador to offer seniors on a guaranteed income supplement, youth receiving youth services, and residents of Corner Brook on income support. The program is now up and running with a large uptake. 2025 spring cleanup. Cleanup is underway. Some stats below: 1,289 appointments for pickup made, 1,836 visits to the landfill made. Leaf drop-off site has been busy and is open 2 more days, Thursday, May 29th, to 2 more, and Thursday, May 29th, and June the 5th. Aerial imagery, flying has commenced to update aerial imagery of the city. Garbage collection contract tender for a new contract closed May 23rd, 2025. Submissions underway. That's a biggie.
Yep, thank you very much. Any questions on this? A lot of projects on the go. I had one question there, Mr. Burton. Do we have an idea, so we're prepared to tender Petrie's Bridge. Is that a plan for construction the fall or next spring or what?
It could be as early as the fall,
Okay.
by the time the tender gets let.
Yeah.
And then the, whatever materials and has to be ordered, so anticipated some work in 2025.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
The Bartlett's Point Park
Yep.
bandstand, and then it says the initial concept will receive waiting feedback from traffic engineers.
Yeah.
So is that,
I think it's to get, because the part of that project is entrance for
Yes,
additional parking
yeah,
and that.
yeah.
So I think that the entrances and that to figure out, Mr. Burton, is that right?
Yeah, there's, the idea, that project contained 2 parts, the bandstand and the accessible parking.
okay,
Off Petrie Street or Curvin Street. So the traffic engineers are looking to make sure that all the regulations are met for people entering and
Okay.
exiting.
no, that's fine. I didn't know if, if the bandstand was one thing and the end, was 2. Another thing I was asked, Mr. Mayor, if I could, where we're doing work at the bottom of Elizabeth Street on the intersection? I was asked to ask, would it be possible, where you come out by A&W, there's no left turn? With the bottlenecking that's that's being felt at the bottom of Elizabeth Street, for that project, would we consider allowing a left turn to take?
I would highly doubt it, because I know that was a very risky
know,
left turn.
yeah.
Now,
I know.
I would imagine, though, this work will be later this summer, I know, the start. There will be traffic control there throughout. There is some construction work happening there now. It's
Yeah.
unrelated. I think it's a storm sewer, Mr. Burton?
We're
Or sewer
repairing
is-
a storm sewer issue, and then the traffic lights will be upgraded later in this season.
Yeah.
But there is also a design done for that whole section of Union Street. So the section between, say, A&W and the Aylward building. There is a design done to actually rejig that whole section.
Okay.
it's not part of the intersection redesign, but it's something that we'll be looking at in the very near future to alleviate a lot of problems that we're seeing in that area.
No, I was just talking to, I think the gentleman was telling me he came from A&W and just went away, always didn't in town. And he was almost half an hour before someone let him out. And it was just, you know, anyway, I was asked to ask.
Yeah, no, it's the time of day, I think time of day there, but that construction, repair work we were doing there did cause significant
Yep.
holdups there at the bottom. I think people were trying to get around that construction as
Yep.
well. But yeah, the road diet. I love that concept. The road diet. If you're ever wondering about road
Yeah.
diets, go to any engineer, you can ask. Traffic engineer about road diets.
The other thing too, Mr. Mayor, it's hard to reverse something that's been put there for safety.
Yeah,
Right.
and I've seen some really bad
Oh,
accidents there.
absolutely.
And I must say, knock on wood, it, even though there is some people still, I see some people cheating,
Yeah,
and then you're thinking, cutting across traffic like that is very dangerous. There's no doubt, so,
yeah. And the crosswalk there is not helping either, right?
no.
Thank you.
Okay? Okay?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Councilor Granter, it's your turn to talk about some financial data.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, again, I'm not the finance chair, and I'm just filling in this evening. I'll do my best with these numbers, and if I make a mistake, I just ask someone who's got a calculator to fix it all up. So, Mr. Mayor, for revenues for the 4 months ending April 2025, under taxation and government transfers, sales of goods and services, interest income, and some other income, the total amount budgeted for that 4-month period was $35.7 million, and the actuals come in at $37.59 million, Mr. Mayor. Under the expenses for the 4 months to April 2025, and I won't go down through them all, I'll just give the totals. So budgeted expenses for the first 4 months were $12.9 million, and the actual expenses come in for the 4-month period even at $11 million. There's a note there under accounts receivable. Accounts receivables are higher than previous years to date. This is of some concern to the city collector, and the city collector has been busy contacting taxpayers on their outstanding balances and outstanding accounts. A number of taxpayers have opted for monthly payments throughout the year, Mr. Mayor, for the first time, and that's due to some financial constraints, and hence contributing to an increase in outstanding balances. Makes sense if they're not paying their taxes by February or whenever the deadline was, and they're paying it out over a monthly period, that money is not into the city coffers, so obviously there would be an increase to date of outstanding balances. That's all from this amateur finance guy.
Thank you very much. Any questions on that? Okay, and again, I always urge people, if they have questions on this, check out the agenda package that is available online. There's very detailed numbers on all the accounts and where things are. So it's more open than ever. You can figure out how the city's money flows in and out. Councilor Griffin, we have another report on development planning.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This report is intended to serve as an update to council and the public regarding the various development planning and community services projects. The current project updates are as follows. KFC on West Street, the permit has been issued for an interior and exterior renovations. Office warehouse on 29 Lundergan Drive, permits have been issued. The annex converted to an apartment building at 4 Harold Avenue. The drawings are in, the permit issued for exterior upgrades. The new car dealership on Confederation Drive, permit complete for phase 1. Drawing for phase 2 currently under review. Building extension permit has been issued for foundation for 44 Brook Street. Partial permit issued for interior renovations for 28 Commercial Street. Permit issued for foundation, new warehouse building 57 Riverside Drive. Drawings received, partial permit issued for apartment building and commercial units, that's 16 West Street, also known as the old Seven Seas Restaurant. Permit issue for a new church on 168 Country Road. Drawings are under review for a new 6-unit apartment building at 36 Crestview Avenue. Permit issue, work ongoing for the Tim Hortons renovation on Murphy Square. Permits are issued, second level renovations for 396 O'Connell Drive. Drawings are under review for a maintenance garage on the North Shore Highway. That's what comes under the Western Regional Waste Management umbrella. Permits issued for the interior alterations for a new restaurant at 93 West Street. And drawings are on the review for daycare at 14 St. John's Avenue. The new municipal plan under the IMSP, the Upland have submitted the final documents. Public consultation of the draft plan and regulations is complete. Consultant will compile a report for council to review.
Okay, thank you very much. Questions on these?
Yeah, one
projects?
question.
Yes.
One question, Mr. Mayor. The maintenance garage at Western Regional Waste Management,
Yeah.
drawings on a review, are they on a review by the city or are they on a review by provincial?
I understand that a permit was issued, as I understand, last week.
We've issued a partial permit, I think,
Yeah.
for the foundation, maybe a bit more groundwork. But it's between us, and I think Service and L might be involved in that as well.
And I understand, talking today to engineering, that are to development planning, that I think the provincial permits were issued as well. But
Thank you, Mr.
there
Mayor.
was a bit of a hold up there, not on our end, but.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Any other
Thank you,
questions?
Director.
You will know this.
I know everything.
I know
Mr. Mayor.
everything,
Just a
that's right.
quick one, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
93 West Street, is that a new location for a restaurant, or is it a restaurant or something that's already there now?
93 Wood Street, alternate interior for the restaurant. Mr. Burton, do you know?
I believe it's a new restaurant.
New building, or?
But it was an existing space that
existing.
they're renovating into a restaurant.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where 93 West Street is.
Is that where the old brewery, the wine shop was? Or the-
93 would be over on the other side, right? Because west 96.
Oh, West 96.
Must be the
Yes.
Good House.
96, so
Yes.
93 would be over
House
Good House Building, right?
Right,
Yeah, that's where it is, 96, good house.
right.
Yep.
Oh, I know what it is, okay.
Yeah.
Same
The
one.
the other thing I didn't I don't know if it was mentioned here, I didn't see anything on Federation Drive, which I'm hearing a lot of attention being drawn to, was up by the roundabout, the new Wendy's there. I see there's some dirt moving up there, so I know there's permits issued there as well, so. Yeah, anyway, lots of activity, it's good. Okay, good there? Okay, moving right along. Recreation, we got a few updates here. Councillor Keeping, Civic Center.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The 2025 spring and winter seasons at the Civic Center continue to be busy with lots of activity. The Cornerbrook Minor Hockey Association continued their ongoing success, hosting over 8 RIP tournaments this past winter for all ages, from under 18 to under 7, under 9 jamborees, female and male. Each tournament included 8 teams, with 6 teams from across the province. Each tournament and an estimated 500 plus attendees with coaches, parents, managers, staff. As well, Cornwall hosted 2 provincial Easter week tournaments, with the under 11 boys winning the provincial championship at home. Cornwall also played host to a number of AAA tournaments since January 1st, including the under 16 AAA boys, under 13 AAA boys provincials, and a combined weekend where the under 15 AAA and under 18 AAA girls hosted provincial championships. All in all, it was a busy and successful year for minor hockey in Cornerbrook. Silver Blades continued to experience growth in registration since the pandemic. After Christmas, the club hosted a skating seminar with Elizabeth Mainley, and on May 10th, held their annual ice show headlined by Caitlin Osmond, Newfoundland's own world figure skating champion. This year was the 60th anniversary of the club, and production value was remarkable, not to mention the local skaters displaying their talent. April and early May represented an end to most regular groups, ice activity, and beginning of private programming. The ice was taken off Thursday, May 15th, while the Kinsman Arena ice will be removed on June 2nd. The meeting areas were busy with training sessions, AGMs, craft fairs, meetings, banquets, with the highlight of hosting the United Church 100th Anniversary Conference on May 2nd to the 4th. The Circus Spectacular was held Saturday, May 24th, and Monster Trucks will be on May 29th. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you very much. Yeah, really busy time period, and I have to say, I'll get in trouble if I don't. The U11 tournament on Easter, that was my little guys' team, and man, the boys and girls did a fantastic job, but the organizers, Sharon, you know I'm talking about you. Here we are. Holy cow, the volunteer work that goes into these things, and minor hockey generally, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So kudos, great job. Yeah. Okay, and we have as well an update on tourism.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Umber Bay Violence Tourism Committee is continuing to work through a number of important initiatives, including a brand and marketing plan, original wayfinding strategy, original website, and a public launch strategy. The annual Jigs and Wheels Festival is returning again from July 25th to August 5th, featuring Kim Mitchell, known for hits such as Go for a Soda and Patio Lanterns, as the opening night headliner. More information about the festival can be found at jigsandwheels.ca. The Melvista train is ready to return to the streets of Cornbrook. This popular summer attraction will begin operation when the school year comes to an end. And the City of Cornbrook is a member of Cruise Atlantic Canada, and representatives from the City of Cornbrook will be attending the Cruise Canada New England Symposium taking place June 9th to 11th in Halifax. A highlight of this event will be a breakfast that will be attended by more than 150 delegates from the cruise industry and will be jointly sponsored by the City of Cornbrook, NILTA, and the Port of Cornbrook. This breakfast will provide an incredible opportunity to showcase what Cornbrook has to offer to our visitors. Additionally, a number of delegates will be visiting Cornbrook before and after the symposium to experience all that Cornbrook has to offer to the cruise industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions on any of that? Yes, go ahead.
Just on the Mill Whistler.
Yeah.
So we're using our old train again this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been fixed and ready to go. What about what's the status of the new train?
Well, I think the problem is we weren't able to get a new train in from China. I think it's becomes very difficult to get emission standards met. But I think we should continue to look. I know that some of the options that have come up to us have been electric vehicles as well. So that might be an option going forward. But I understand, Mr. Burden, that you got a lot of parts ordered and available now. So you're fairly confident that our existing train is going to be able to handle the load this summer?
Yes, that's correct, Mr. Mayor. We've spent considerable time this spring going through the locomotive and the two carriages. And we have identified, I guess, all the consumables or parts that we've gone through over the last few years. So they are all ordered from China, direct from China. We will have them in another couple of weeks, but with that said, the train is ready to go, both carriages and the locomotive right now. So we'll get that going in June, and then we will have parts available if we need them this summer. So we should be in good shape for
Continue, and we will continue a search if something comes up. We'll.
Yeah, I think we will still have to continue to find something there because you can only keep things on the road so long.
Run it by this summer, I guess, eh?
Yep. You know, again, Jigs and Wheels coming up, so look out, get your tickets. Big Street Festival is on West Street this year. Mr. Robinson? Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And yeah, might as well go for a soda. Nobody hurts. Nobody cries. Okay. And again, recreation is getting bigger and bigger, and there is another update of non-civic center recreation issues. Councillor Keeping.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Marina Redmond Center naming ceremony was held on April 15th to officially dedicate the facility in honor of Marina Redmond, who served the city of Corner Brook for 27 years and was a passionate advocate for sports and recreation within Corner Brook. The event celebrated Marina's decades of service and her lasting impact on the development of local sport and community services. The ceremony featured remarks from city officials, community partners, and Marina's family, who shared artful reflections on her journey and commitment to public service. A plaque unveiling marked the official name of the facility, followed by a guided tour of the updated spaces. Light refreshments and a community reception concluded the event, fostering a strong sense of local pride and connection. The Marina Ridman Center now stands as a lasting tribute to Marina's legacy of leadership, sport, and community empowerment. And the grand opening at the Marina Ridman Center was held on Saturday, May 24th at 10 a.m., celebrating the official launch of the new facility. The ceremony began with speeches with numerous dignitaries. Following the speeches, the ceremony ribbon cutting marked the official opening of the facility. The public was invited to explore the facility through guided tours, showcasing the modern aquatic spaces, fitness areas, and multi-purpose rooms. The ceremony also included demonstrations of the various amenities at the Marina Ridman Center. The newly completed Aquatic Recreation Center officially opened its doors to the public on Sunday, May 25th, marking the beginning of full operations. The facility features a range of state-of-the-art amenities, including a 25-meter training pool, leisure pool, water slide, splash features, sauna, and a minor fitness area. The opening marks the culmination of extensive planning and construction efforts aimed at providing an high-quality, accessible, and family-friendly recreational space for the entire community. Community members are encouraged to explore the wide variety of programs, enjoy the upgraded amenities, and take part in the center's ongoing recreational offerings. Nora's adult fitness class wrapped up a highly successful season, achieving the best participation rate since its startup. The program consistently drew strong attendance, particularly from adults aged 50 and up. Through Nora's dynamic instruction, inclusive approach, and welcoming atmosphere, the class not only attracted new participants, but also retained a loyal core group throughout the season. Nora's Fitness will start again in September. The recreational program at the Civic Center Studio continues over the next month with popular offerings such as pickleball and active tots. These programs provide fun, engaging opportunities for both adults and young children to stay active and connected in the community. Participants are encouraged to keep an eye on the city's social media channels for the latest updates on these programs. And the artificial turf at Doug Sweetapple Field in Corner Brook is currently being replaced and is near completion, marking much needed revitalization of one of the city's most heavily used athletic facilities. This upgrade enhances safety, performance, and durability for hundreds of local athletes and community users. The field serves as the home of the Corner Brook United Soccer Club and Ocean's Touch football leagues, school sports days, and a variety of community recreation programs throughout the year. The replacement of the aging turf ensures that the field remains a high-quality venue for training, competition, and inclusive community use for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions on that? No? All good again?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor,
Yes, go ahead.
just a quick thought, and I'm glad to see that the aquatic centers all open up, and obviously people have already started to use it, and it's a beautiful, wonderful facility, and I guess it's too early to tell in the sense of how our rate structure, the city's rate structure, and the usage of the center, only being open 3 or 4 days, but I guess within 6 months or within a year, you'll be able to know what usage we have. I did get a question asked me today from someone who's fairly active in the community, fairly active in swimming, that have traveled across the country as well. Question with regard to family passes. Some facilities across the country offer families the ability to be able to pay out that fee over a 12-month period as opposed to having to come up with the fee all the way up front. Are we offering anything to anyone that's buying an annual pass or semi-annual pass? I haven't looked at all the details. That opportunity, have we looked at that or considered it?
Mr. Robinson?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Mayor, the way that our memberships are structured right now is for the annual pass specifically, we're not offering an option like that, but because we do offer the option of a 1 month, a 3 month, or a 6 month, annual pass, it gives people the option to sort of break down as they need. They can choose the length that works best for their budget.
And we don't have, and I think as well, from a family pass perspective, is there a family pass, multi-month passes, or is it just the day pass?
No, you can get a family pass for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, up to a year.
Okay.
Yeah, again, Mr. I guess we'll have a look at this over a 6-month period and a year and see how we are trying to find that sweet spot between usage and what kind of fee structure that we have, right? So it's always that balance that we have to strike.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I just wanted to mention Nora Lundergan's fitness again, another successful year. I get comments. There are a ton of people who've been using her, I guess, following her and being part of that event every week, or twice a week, I guess it is. And I hear nothing but good things. So again, another session's complete. I bet you there'll be a lot of people looking forward to September. So congratulations, kudos, good job. Okay, thank you very much. And just to throw a wrench into things, Councillor Keeping, now I'll get you to introduce a change order item for the rec center.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Regional Recreation Center change order number 68. Upgrade the width at the existing emergency exit door at stairwell number 6 in order to meet with code requirements. Proposed resolution, be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook Council approve change order number 68 for Palmerloo Inc. for the Regional Recreation Center for the amount of $23,875.61, HST included. I so move.
Okay, thank you. A seconder on that?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Change order to widen a doorway to meet code.
Yep,
So this was a design-build structure?
Yep.
Is everything correct?
yep.
So why would the contractor or the designer install a door that wasn't wide enough to meet code? And so that cost money in order to do it up front. So why would we be responsible now for a change order costing us money when we already paid for it?
Mr. Burden?
Yeah, so this was an existing door. This was the existing emergency exit for the residence complex. So when the pool facility or the new rec center was built, basically it increased the number of people that could possibly have to use that door. This was something that we were aware of for a little bit, and we just it wasn't high priority until just before opening the facility. So we've been aware of this, and so we've basically had the contractor put a double door in just to make sure that everything was code compliant.
Thank you. Yeah, that answers my question, Mr. Mayor. That was an existing door, so
Yep.
that satisfies my question. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
So just to
Yeah,
be clear,
go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, so the existing door that's there now is there to handle these students? Is that what we're?
Mr. Burden, yeah.
So the existing door that was there, it was a single door, was for an emergency exit for the student residence complex,
Not for the recreation center.
not for the
Because it
recreation
didn't
center.
exist, yeah.
So once we added the recreation center, the possibility of people exiting through that door increased. So it had to be increased to a double door.
To me, it doesn't make any sense, because, my experience with that is you had to, however many people were using the facility, you had to make sure that you had enough exits to get them to exit. I don't understand this where it's not big enough. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's been a while since I looked at that book. I'll admit that. But I don't know. It just to me it doesn't make any sense. An exit door is an exit door, and it's for.
I guess the existing door that was there would have been something that was put there decades and decades ago, right?
Yeah, when the residence was first built.
Yeah.
So as you increase the capacity of an area, you have to actually increase the width of the exit for people to get out. So the more people, the wider the exits, or the more exits you have to have.
Yeah, no, I get that, yeah, and I'm not going to, beat this to death either, but to me, it just seems like you don't, my experience was, you don't build a door so that you can get everybody to go through it. You make sure you got enough doors, so that you can kind of spread the exit out kind of thing rather, I don't know, this is a new one on me, but hey, like I said, I haven't read that book in a while.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, let's vote on it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. And we have another change order here as well. Councilor Keeping?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Regional Recreation Center change order number 69. This change order is required for costs incurred during the installation of the HRV unit replacement. The supply of the unit was provided previously in change order number 66. Borough's resolution, be it resolved that the Corner Brook City Council approved change order number 69 for the Regional Recreation Center in the amount of $40,816.70, HST included for Pomerleau Inc. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Questions on this one?
Got a
Yep.
question. We approved the HRV unit replacement. Are we talking about the same one that we approved on April the 14th?
Yeah, it seems that way, Mr. Burton.
That's correct. So there was a bit of a lead time on the actual unit, so we broke the unit purchase versus the installation into two separate change orders so that we could get one approved, get it ordered, and now this is why we're bringing the installation of it to council.
Okay, so we only paid for the unit, and now
So-
we're paying for the installation.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
Mr. Mayor, can I
Yes.
ask a question, since we're talking about the center?
Yeah.
Over the last number of years, we've had numerous change orders come in as the construction phase have gone through the different phases and now up to completion. Are we fully in control now of the center? Are we done with change orders, or do we expect more coming in the next, when will all the change orders end?
Yeah.
6 months from now, 2 months from now, close are we to having it signed off on, total ownership?
Mr. Burton, yeah, Mr. Burton, Mr. Robinson, I guess, Pomerleau is no longer there. Are they?
We have substantial completion, like we're running the facilities, but I think there's two more, not large ones, just things that we thought we could exclude when we put the original tender out in 2023. But now we're seeing that we have to actually do small pieces of work to basically finish it. So I know of one for sure, possibly a second one that'll come to council.
What kind of thing, like, at what scale?
One of
are
them
we
is the
talking about?
railing in exit 6.
Okay.
Exit 6 had railing that was non-code compliant.
Yeah.
So outside of the scope of the contractor's work, it's stuff that we'd like to get finished now, as opposed to when the kids come back to school in September.
Thank you.
Good, thank you. Okay, then, let's see. Councilor Griffin, we have a Development Regulations Amendment 2501.
11.3, okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Planning and Development Department received a development proposal at 26 Commercial Street, the subject property, to create a small-scale metal siding and roofing manufacturing business. The subject property is currently zoned downtown Smithville. The building is a legal, non-conforming warehouse. Proposal is to continue the storage use with an added limited manufacturing use along with an accessory commercial retail space. The city's current IMSP acknowledges the industrial heritage of Smithville, recognizing that although on the decline, industrial activity shape part of the history of Smithville. Policies in section 553 acknowledge the light industrial use is redeveloped into a mixed-use neighborhood. With those plans not realized and given the context of the subject site, the planning department believes that adding a limited manufacturing use to the Smithville zone is not contrary to policy, as the timing of redevelopment of the area is subjective. Understanding that the upcoming municipal plan policy update will allow for more flexibility in the Smithville area to encourage a broader range of development to align with how the community uses the area. The approach scales down such uses to those typical of a downtown adjacent to a working port and ensures light industrial uses will not front onto critical downtown streets. The city placed a public consultation notice in the Newfoundland Wire on May 7th, 2025, posted in City Hall, on the city's website, and the city's Facebook page. No comments were received. This is the second and final reading by council for the adoption of this development regulation text amendment. Should the amendment be adopted, the amendment will be forwarded to the Newfoundland Labrador Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs for registration. Proposed resolution, the City of Corner Brook resolves to adopt proposed text amendment number 25-01 to the City of Corner Brook's Development Regulation 2012. Number 2, authorize staff to submit the proposed amendments to the provincial government for ministerial approval and registration. And 3, authorize staff to give statutory notice of registration of the amendments following ministerial approval and registration under 3.
Perfect. Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second,
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Any comments or questions? This
Yeah.
this is one we've already approved once, and then it's gone through one set of consultations, and now it's back to us again. Go ahead.
No, no question.
Is it? Okay. Oh, good. Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. I hope that we never have one as difficult to read, as complicated as that one ever again.
I would appreciate that, sir. Or get someone else to read it.
Okay. Councilor Grantor, we have a notice of motion, teen dance hall regulations.
This one shouldn't be as complicated, Mr. Mayor.
No.
In conjunction with an overall review of the city policies and bylaws, staff are looking to repeal the city's teenage dance hall regulations. In reviewing the regulations, there are a lot of onerous stipulations that may hinder business development in downtown core. The regulation is attached thereto for review. Therefore, notice is hereby given that at the regular meeting of June the 9th, 2025, the following motion will be brought forward for consideration. Pursuant to the powers vested in it by virtue of Section 39 of the City of Corner Brook Act 1990 and all other enabling powers, the Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby repeals the City of Corner Brook teenage dance hall regulations.
Thank you very much. And again, that's a notice, so we won't debate or talk about that right now, but we will talk about it on the 9th.
June.
Yes, June. Yeah. Oh, no, June 9th, that's right. We're gonna go back in time. Okay, and Deputy Mayor, we have a call for community transportation program.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Engineering staff require a motion of council to officially submit projects for the 2025-26 Newfoundland Labrador Community Transportation Program. The window for applications under the 2025-26 Newfoundland Labrador Community Transportation Program closes on June the 2nd, 2025. The application for funding will be approximately $92,209.92 and will aid in the purchase of an accessible transit van along with accessible upgrades to the city transit software systems. Proposed resolution, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook authorize staff to submit the application for the 2025-26 Newfoundland and Labrador Community Transportation Program.
Okay, Secretary on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one? I don't know why, it seems like, I don't know that we've ever turned down a motion to ask for money. but it could happen, I guess.
It could.
Okay, if there are no questions, let's take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. And we have a discretionary use, 303 Georgetown Road. Councilor Griffin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Corner Brook has received an application to replace the dwelling located at 303 Georgetown Road, which is located in a rural zone. A single dwelling use is a discretionary use of the City of Corner Brook's development regulation for this zone. This application was referred to various city departments, and some items of concern were identified. However, given the existing residential use, departmental support, including the fire department, and the applicant's intention to maintain appropriate on-site servicing, there is no technical impediment to council approving the application in accordance with the City of Corner Brook's development regulation. Be it resolved that the council of the City of Corner Brook approve the application to replace the single dwelling located at 303 Georgetown Road in accordance with Regulation 11, discretionary powers of authority. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Good, thank you. Take your choice, Ms. Clerk. Okay, questions on this one?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Just a question to see what's on the go there. So it's a residential dwelling currently
Yep,
that's going to be removed
yep,
and replaced with another residential building.
that's right.
Is it a commercial residential building? It's family's gonna live in. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
This is a house, old house getting replaced with a new house.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions there? Okay. Okay, let's vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. And last but not least, Move Mobility for Transit Accessible Van. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Corner Brook recently conducted an accessible transit review with Dillon Consulting Limited that highlighted the absence of dependable accessible transit service. To address this gap, city staff recommend utilizing funding through the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, ICIP, to purchase an accessible transit van. This vehicle will enhance the transit accessibility for residents and will support extended service hours to Corner Brook Transit in the future. This request for decision proposes the purchase of a 2024 Ford Transit van T6 all-wheel drive. The purchase price, I'll bring it down below. It is the proposed resolution. It is resolved the City of Corner Brook Council approve the purchase of a 2024 Ford Transit accessible van facilitated through canoe procurement at a purchase price of $192,259.69, and your HST is included in that. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Great news.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
So when this van is purchased by the city, will this then flow, the actual physical vehicle flow into the current transit system and be operated by the current transit or whoever gets the contract in the future?
Mr. Byrd?
Would that be or would it be on accessibility when someone needs the van? Like what's the plan for use? It's a great idea,
Yep.
support it 100%.
What's the
No,
plan, Mr. Byrd?
Our intention right now is to insert this accessible van into the current transit system. So it'll be an on-demand accessible transit available to the residents. This is, it's coming a little before, the cart's coming before the horse a little bit on this one. For timing reasons, we have a presentation to give to council on the whole phasing approach of our new transit. This is phase one of probably many phases to improve our transit system. And the money that we've just approved to or the application to get more money is another part to go into this van. So the idea is to have the current transit provider or any of our transit providers to use this van for us.
Yep, go ahead.
How soon will we take ownership of this van? Does that go into manufacturing or is it already produced and ready to buy off the lot?
Mr. Burden?
Right now, this van has to be produced, but we also are looking at an option of leasing a van in the meantime from this same supplier. And my understanding is that any money we spend leasing will be taken off the price of the new van. So,
And that could be relatively short term.
and that's, my understanding is that's just to get it shipped down from their facility in Manitoba. So fairly quickly.
Good news, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, any other questions? Well, then let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. Yes.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yeah?
I was trying to find a place to put it in the agenda, but never found a place. And I spoke to the director today on this. I'm getting a lot of calls on abandoned buildings, especially homes and businesses, where the owners pay their taxes, but their property is a mess with weeds, garbage, everything out around. And I guess what the neighbors are asking is, what can they do in this case?
Yeah. Well, they can certainly let us know about it and make complaints about it. There is definitely, it's more difficult when the property is up to date. When the property isn't up to date, we can take more severe measures to recover taxes and things like that. But I don't know, Mr. Flynn, from an enforcement perspective, what possibilities exist?
Mr. Mayor, vacant buildings, if they have owners, the owners are as responsible as every other resident in this city to maintain their building in appearance and mow the grass, all those type of things to keep their properties tidy. If residents have a neighboring property that presents in that manner, they can call in the regular number at the front desk, 1-666-637-1666, register a complaint, and our municipal enforcement will go out and investigate and determine whether or not the enforcement is necessary. And if it is, we will contact the owner of the property, even though they may not live there or whatever. They are registered with the city, so.
Good. Perfect. Okay, yes.
Before we close out, Mr. Mayor, if I could, I'd just like to recognize an individual, Mr. Pat Moore. Pat has been with Bay of Islands Search and Rescue for 34 years.
Yeah.
He's 84 years old. He's still with them. He
Yeah.
still takes part in the training, and he's a very unique, friendly. He's an awesome individual, and for that long, I just thought it would be nice if maybe we could send out something from a letter from council, just saying,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
we recognize the service you have put in. I mean, that's amazing. 34 years.
Yeah, I was over to the fundraiser, they had a phone-in telethon to raise money for a new vehicle for Bay of Islands Search and Rescue, and again, it's been very successful, and that group does a lot of work, and we really rely on them when there's someone not getting home when they should be, and that happens a lot here because people love the outdoors, but also, from a city perspective, they help us out a lot as well when it comes to our events. Doing traffic control on parades, parking control, things like that, making sure people are safe. And Pat's out there a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
I met Pat years ago. He used to cut my hair for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine gentleman,
Yeah.
for sure. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
one more thing. I
Okay,
guess,
this is it now. This is
it.
the last one.
This is it. I guess the evening wouldn't be complete without saying a thank you to Director Robinson and his staff for the many hours and the
absolutely.
complaints that we put up with the weekend and all the things that took place this weekend up at the rec center. It went very smooth. It was great to see Peter was there continuously, never stopped. But anyway, from me, Peter, thank you very much for all you and your staff did.
Absolutely. Good call. And I understand right now, he's missing out
On a swim.
there's a free swim. Monday nights, there's a free swim, right? 6:30 to 8:30?
We have our meetings here, Mr. Mayor.
Right, so the off weeks, we should all just do it up in the, maybe go in the sun,
Yeah.
right? And we'll make sure they're nice and
Nice
quick.
and heated,
We'll
yeah.
cut down on all these post-agenda items.
Item, yeah.
Right?
Thank you for that.
With that, meeting adjourned.